volume is up to make sure everyone can hear me on this Halloween. Happy, happy, happy Halloween. Mm-hmm. You know, I was sitting here thinking that I want a goblet. Something big and ornate. A goblet. I need to be drinking out of a really substantial goblet. Nothing dainty. Like I have wine glasses and shit like that, but I don't want a wine glass, right? I want a gauntlet. I want a, what's another word? It's another word for a gauntlet. I want a really big mug cup thing to drink out of when I'm here, being the game master, being the mushroom maven, being the ruler of the dice. And I don't even like the term like ruler of the dice because I'm not ruling this dice. This dice is doing whatever. So I'm gonna need to come up with a really cool name for me. But happy, happy, happy Halloween. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad you are here. I will get started in just a few minutes. I'll let TikTok go do its thing. Go do its thing and letting my people know that I'm here and that I'm ready. How's everyone doing? Happy, 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 happy Halloween. Maybe now my camera can see me. Whew. That was funny. Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome, 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 everyone. Happy Halloween. Oh, here comes Fafo. Fafo, are you coming to say happy Halloween? Hello, Fafo. Are we about to fuck around and find out? Is that what we're about to do? Fafo has made it. Fafo has made his presence known. My familiar is here to oversee the game, to make sure I'm not cheating. Oh man, such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. I am loving it here. I'm gonna get started in a few more moments. I'm going to drink my elixir. I was just saying that I need some sort of goblet. Goblet. That's what I need. I need a goblet. Something substantial and ornate for me to drink out of. If you are someone who makes something like that, let me know. If you know of any good ones, let me know. If you want to donate to my goblet fund, go to my link tree. I would love for next time I'm here to be drinking out of a goblet. Tessa's goblet. Love it, love it, love it. I'm always drinking something. You have to. I do a lot of talking. And so I need to be drinking something every time that I'm here. It is Halloween. It is Halloween. I had a friend say, Contessa, are you doing something special for Halloween? It seemed like that would be your day. And I was like, boo, sweetheart, cutie, my love. Number one, every day is my day. Number one. Number two, I am spiritual every single day. Halloween has absolutely nothing to do with how I show up in my space. Hello, 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 and welcome. We are going to get started with our dice game really, really soon. So happy that you are here and that you have joined me on this Halloween day. And so, just to introduce myself, I am Tessa from Farming with Tessa. And you may be thinking, Tessa, you're a farmer. What are you doing with a dice game? Mushrooms are so interesting to me. So I grow mushrooms. Eventually I'll be making mushroom powders and things like that to sell. But while I'm in the process, while my mushrooms are growing and doing all the wonderful things that mushrooms do, one of the great ways to let you into my world, one of the best ways for you to get to know me is through gamification. Now, I've been following like Dr. Kimberly. If you're not following Dr. Kimberly Douglas, follow her. Great and amazing human. But she was talking about gamification and how to have fun during leadership, during normal tasks, during daily routines. And so I decided to gamify learning about mushrooms. And one of the fun ways we get to learn about mushrooms is through this mushroom game where we roll the dice, and whatever the dice tells us to do, we create a concoction, a potion, an elixir, a tea, a bath salt. Whatever the dice tells us to create, we create it together. And through this co-creation, we get to learn a little something about mushrooms that you may not learn someplace else. And again, you get to know a little something about me, your mushroom maven. And so, for those who may just be listening, because I know sometimes there's a bunch of us on TikTok who is just listening and not watching, you may not be able to see the screen. Hello, camera. May not be able to see the screen as well. And so I'm going to describe myself. I am a black, fat, voluptuous, sexy, what other word do I want to use? Full of life, exciting black woman. I am on my lock journey, so my hair is in locks. I have shells in my hair today. I have on a pearl and gold choker. Lots of cleavage today. I'm feeling a little bouncy. I'm feeling a little happy. I feel like a doll today. And I am loving this look on me. The dark, the black that I'm wearing with a little hint of red. When I think about mushrooms, I think about darkness. And a lot of people are afraid of the darkness. And I'm like, no, baby. There is nothing to be afraid of. I tend to dabble a little bit in the dark. So before we get started on the dice game today, and because it is Halloween, I want to read a little bit from this book that I found, and I want to show you the book. It's called Halloween and the Occult: Mystical Traditions and Superstitions. And I don't know how well you can see that, but that is the cover of the book. And yeah, it may look scary and evil and wicked. It's not. Believe me. We're not here to do weird shit, okay? But I want to read from the chapter on the witch's brew, potions and elixirs. Potions and elixirs, often associated with witches and magic, have a rich and diverse history that spans centuries. These mystical concoctions, whether brewed for healing, divination, or harm, have captured human imagination and played a central role in folklore, mythology, and the practice of magic. And so we'll start with the ancient beginnings. The art of potion making can be traced back to ancient civilization, where it's often intertwined with medicine and spirituality. One of the things that I always say is what we call medicine, back in the day would be called magic or spirituality. In cultures such as Egypt, Greece, Mesopotamia, potions and elixirs were used for medicinal purposes, to communicate with the divine and to explore the mysteries of the universe. Alchemy and transformation. The practice of alchemy, which emerged from the Hellenistic period, flourished during the Middle Ages, greatly influenced the development of potion making. Alchemists sought to transmute base metals into gold, achieve immortality, and create the philosopher's stone. The pursuit of transformation, both physical and spiritual, were closely linked to the creation of elixirs and the idea of the elixir of life. And people are still trying to pursue that, to find that elixir of life, to be able to live forever, to look younger and younger and younger. We're still doing this today. Folk medicine. In many cultures, especially in rural or isolated communities, potions and herbal remedies were an integral part of folk medicine. Witches, healers, cunning folks, I love the term cunning folks, conjurers would brew concoctions to treat ailments, to relieve pain, and to promote well-being. This practice was passed down through generations and generations that often include plants, herbs, and natural ingredients like we will be using today. Speaking of, if you are interested in having like my game resource page that talks about all of the different ingredients that I'm going to be using today, let me know, slide into my DM, and I will make that available for you. Magical and spiritual significance. Potions and elixirs played a pivotal role in various religions and spiritual traditions. In ancient Greece, the oracle of Delphi would inhale fumes from a chasm of the earth to induce a trance-like state for divination. In indigenous cultures, shamans and medicine men use ceremonial brews to commune with spirits and gain insight. These practices highlighted the connection between potions, spirituality, and the unseen world. The role of witches. In European history, witches were often depicted as potion makers, using their knowledge of herbs and other ingredients for both benevolent and malevolent purposes. Witches were believed to brew love potions, protective charms, and poisons. The association between witches and potions have left a lasting imprint on the popular image of witches. What do you think about when I say the word witches? What comes to mind, especially on a day like today, like Halloween? Shakespearean influence. William Shakespeare's plays such as Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet featured witches who brewed potions to manipulate or to foretell the future. These iconic literary works contributed to enduring the image of witches as potion makers. This is ginger, honey, and a lemon potion because throat and tummy. The Age of Exploration. The Age of Exploration in the 16th and 17th centuries led to the discovery of new plants and substances with the potential medicinal and magical properties. The exchange of knowledge and ingredients between the old world and new world expanded the repertoire of potion makers. Look, these explorers stole indigenous practices and made it their own. They claimed these practices as their own. And that's why you see the whitewashing of things like hoodoo and voodoo and yoga and Hinduism and Buddhism. You see the whitewashing of all of these practices because of the age of explorations and people going from places and stealing ideas without giving credit to where these practices originally came from. We're almost done here, then we'll get to the game. the emergence of modern medicine. And I'm reading from a Halloween book, and I'll share the cover of it when I get finished. The emergence of modern medicine. As modern medicine developed, so we're talking about elixirs, we're talking about brews, we're talking about witches. As modern medicine developed, the use of potion and elixirs in mainstream healthcare began to wane. However, the elements of traditional herbal medicine and apothecary practices persist in the form of herbal remedies, tinctures, and natural supplements. As a young kid, and this is why I said my mama was a witch. My mama was a cunning woman, because she used to collect these books, and we would have books all over the place of natural remedies, of how to use herbs and all this stuff. And as a young kid, I would grow up reading these things. And look, let me tell you, I knew more about the healing remedy of rosemary than I did about Bugs Bunny growing up, because that was the kind of household I lived in. This has always been a part of what my family did. Let's see, what else do I want to go to? So the book that I was just reading out of is from Halloween, the Occult, Mystical Traditions and Superstitions. This is the book. I was looking at my face. This is the book that I was reading from. And so now that I'm finished talking about superstition, sorry y'all, I got like one of these new camera things that's supposed to like follow you around and find your face, and it's finding everything but my damn face. I'm like, hello, I'm over here, come find me. So you may see me fighting with this stupid ass camera today, but we're gonna get it right. We will get it together. So let's get started with the mushroom and mysticism game. And so we're gonna get started with picking our dice color. And so last time we used yellow to roll the dice. And so today I want to know, should we use yellow or purple? Yellow or purple for the dice? Let me know which color you're feeling today. Are we feeling the yellow, looking like the sun, looking like gold, giving us warm energy? Or are we feeling purple today because it's Halloween? And purple's kind of giving me Halloween vibes. Purple's kind of giving me witchy vibe. Purple is kind of giving me potion. So let me know, yellow or purple today. Dice, 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 dice. I think I'm seeing purple. I'm seeing purple. Purple going once, purple going twice. And it looks like today we'll be using the purple. So I'm going to toss my yellow in these baskets so I can use it later. And so I'm now going to introduce one of my favorite tools, my journal. My leather-bound journal. Purple dice. We're going with the purple dice. My leather-bound journal. And what I do in this journal is that I write down all the ingredients that we use so I can have a record of it, the date, and what it is that we're making. And so I have another choice. Today I got color pens. I was feeling colorful. Usually I like stay with black, but I'm feeling colorful. So we're going to go with orange today because it's Halloween and I'm feeling Halloweeny. So we have the purple dice and we have the orange pen. Who here knows anything about color theory? What does orange signify? Those are not Quan. Don't look at my son. What does orange signify when it comes to color theory? So today is October 31st, 2023. And we're going to be using orange. What does orange signify in color theory? And so the first thing we're going to roll for is the type of... Let me go grab my mushrooms. Hold on. I forgot my mushrooms. Let me go get my mushrooms. Let me go get my mushrooms. Woo. Woo. All right. Here we go. My mushroomies. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll for the type of mushrooms that we're going to be working with. And I have 6 different types of mushrooms, and there are 6 sides to our dice. And so we have the enoki, we have the shiitake, we have the blue oysters, we have the hen of the woods, we have the royal trumpet, and we have something that might be a little magical. We'll see. And so we're going to roll the dice. But I can't do this by myself. I need help. Because we are collectively... Oh, man, this camera gonna fight. We are collectively making this potion together. Because we are all connected as people, as plants, as animals, as spiritual beings. We are all connected. And so when I roll this dice, I'm going to ask everyone who can hear the sound of my voice to blow. And I'm serious about this, right? When I say blow on the dice, like big... Blow with all your might. If you want to, you can throw up the blow emojis, but I need your energy as we are rolling and playing this game. All right, so we are going to see what type of mushrooms we are going to be working with today. And we're going to roll the dice. And we got a 4. 4 is the hen of the woods. So I'm going to take my orange pen. Yes, blow, 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 blow. And so we got hen of the woods. And this is number 4. And all of my mushrooms are dried. I dry them myself in my hydrator. And this is what dried hen of the woods look like. They're sliced and, ooh, I wish that you could smell this. Oh my God, I wish that you could smell this. So anyway, this is what dried hen of the wood looks like. And hen of the woods can be used for protection, positivity, peace, fertility, or prosperity. And because it is Halloween, I'm going to use one of these little cat bowls to make sure that my familiar is here working the works with us. So I am just going to put a little bit of the hen of the woods in there. A little bit of it. Just put it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for being here. Just to let you know, I'm not ignoring you. I just literally can't see. I cannot see, but I just want everybody to know how much I love you. But after we roll the dice, I will bring the camera closer so we can have a more intimate conversation. So we have the hen of the woods, and now we're going to roll and see what other type of ingredients, what type of herbs, what kind of spices, what are we going to add to our hen of the woods. And now I want you guys to help me by blow on the dice for good luck. Blow, 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 blow. And roll. And this time we rolled a 1. And and one is for marigold. And so I'm going to write, oh, here's my orange pen. One is marigold. And that's my chamomile. Here we go. Here is a whole bag full of marigold. And I want to see if I can actually pull a piece out without getting it all over the place. And this is dried marigold. Now, every single thing that I work with is food grade. So if I make a tea out of it, if I make a bath out of it, you're able to eat it, drink it, what have you. Not if it's a bath, but everything that I have is food grade. So this is marigold. Dried marigold. I did not dry this myself. I bought these dried. And marigold can be used for luck, psychic power, dreams, protection, luck, happiness, and gossip. Let me tell you something. If you want people to be talking about you in a positive light, that's what marigold is for. If people are talking about you in a bad light, like say for instance you have a business and you messed up on someone's order and now they're out there talking shit about you, get you some marigold, right? Tell the marigold, I need you to stop such and such for talking shit about my business. I apologized. Now, if you didn't do your due diligence, right? If you just out here being a shitty business person, this ain't gonna work. But if you apologize, you tried to make it right, and they just out there running their mouth about how you ain't shit, don't buy shit from you, and you need them to shut the fuck up, get you some marigold. Again, there's duality. Everything that can be used for, quote, good can be used for the opposite of good. So, if you want people to say great things about you and your business, you can also use marigold for that. So, we have the hint of the woods, and we have the marigold so far. Let me see what that says. And if you haven't, using too. All right, so now we have the hint of the woods, we have the marigold, and now we're going to roll to see what our intended purpose is going to be. Is this going to be for grounding? Is this going to be for transformation? Is it going to be for connection, invigoration? Are we going to wake things up that were sleeping? Is this going to be for protection work or from dream work? And so we're going to roll our purple die again. So you know what that means. It's time to blow! For some reason, I like saying that. Shh, don't tell my mama. It is time to blow! So blow, 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 blow for good luck. Blow, 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 blow. I am a trip. Blow, 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 blow for good luck. And that one rolled. All right. I knew I'm going to have to set up a bumper to keep these from rolling off my desk. And roll. And this time we rolled another one. Do you know what happens when we roll the same number twice? It means my favorite thing is about to happen. It is mystery jar time. I have a mystery jar filled with a bunch of blue paper. And on these blue papers is written words of all kind of extra shit that we can add to our potion, our elixir, our spell. I know what's in here, but I don't know which one I'm going to pick. And so it could be anything from candles to herbs to essential oils to dirt to what have you. And I have cheat proof this because once I learn the rules to something, I'm telling you, I know how to break it. I can break a rule. Fafo has, Fafo! Leave my dice. Fafo has stolen my dice. Fafo, Quan, can you hand me my dice, please? Can you get my dice? Thank you. Thank you so much, darling. My son saved the dice from Fafo the cat. And so I'm going to shake up the mystery jar. And then I'm going to stick my hand in it, and I'm going to mix it up. Again, this is cheat proof. They all feel the same. I don't know what's written on this, and so it is completely up to chance, to spirit, to magic, which one we choose. And I have one, and I have one, and I have one. Whew. And this one says hibiscus. Let me find my hibiscus. And so I have just so y'all make sure I'm not cheating. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that does say hibiscus. So let me, I have dried hibiscus. Dried hibiscus. And so I'm going to write this in the book. Write this in the book. And so we have hibiscus. H-I-S. How do I spell hibiscus? H-I-B-I-S-C-U-S. And hibiscus can help promote feelings of love, protection, and spiritual growth. And we also rolled a 1, because that's how we got our doubles. And we rolled a 1, and the intended purpose of this spell is for grounding. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right, let me think for a minute. All right. So we got the hint of the woods. We have the marigold. Okay. We have the hibiscus. Hibiscus is red. It makes me think of your root chakra that helps keeps you grounded, helps reconnect you to nature, to each other. The hint of the woods being a mushroom, I'm thinking about the mycelium and how the fruiting bodies or the part of the mushrooms that we eat is actually above ground, but the quote unquote roots and the network that connects the mushrooms is under the ground. And as we are grounding, we're going to be like the mushroom and from the top of our heads, and we're going to create a system of roots underneath the ground. And not only are we going to be connected to the earth, we're going to be connected to each other. And not only are we going to be connected to each other, that we're going to be connected to every single thing around us, because mushrooms work with other systems. So they're working with the trees, they're working with the plants, they're working with the birds, they're working with everything within this huge network. I see it. I see that clearly. All right. And so this is going to be used for grounding. And now we're going to roll to see what the final product is going to be. So we got the hibiscus. Oh. No, I'll leave it like this because I don't know how much hibiscus we're going to use yet. And so is this going to be a tea or an elixir? Is this going to be a salt blend? Are we going to make an anointing oil? I'll have to get up and get some oil if we're going to do that. This is going to be a powdered incense. I won't be burning the incense on the live, but I will mix it up, and then I'll create another video while I'm actually burning the incense, because I like to create a super safe space when I'm burning it, because I actually burn on charcoal, and that can burn really, really hot. And so you don't want to put that smoldering charcoal on this desk without layers of protection to deal with the heat that's going to be generated from when I'm making the incense. So I won't actually burn the incense on the live. Are we going to be making a bath soak? Or are we going to be making another pouch or an amulet? So it is time to do some more blowing. Go, look. A lot of us have a lot of tension in our mouths. Because life is tough, right? Life be lifing. And so a lot of us, we don't even realize that we're clenching our jaws. So we're just gonna relax our jaw because we're gonna get ready to blow. And I can't have you blowing on my dice if you have tension in your jaw. You also can't do any other type of blowing if you have a lot of tension. If you have a lot of tension in your jaw. So I just want you to relax your jaw. And on the count of 3, we're going to blow on this dice to give it all the love. I am being foolish today. I'm actually foolish every day. Just the more times I do this, the more I get comfortable. And the more, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the love. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it so much. The more you get comfortable with me, and the more I get comfortable with you, and the more I get to show up as myself. So on the count of 3, we're going to blow. 1, 2, 3. Blow on the dice. Blow on the dice. And roll. And, yes, it didn't fall off the table. And we rolled a 3. We rolled a 3, which means, of course, it's going to be the oil because my oil is in the kitchen. And so 3 anointing oil. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 margarita. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get my oil. Boop, boop, boop. Woo, shit. All right. I have my oil. Look. It don't matter what kind of oil you use. Use whatever the hell you got, right? This is olive oil. You could use sesame seed oil. You can use almond oil. You can use grapeseed oil. Because this is an anointing oil, you could use mineral oil. You can use avocado oil. You can use whatever oil you want. But I have olive oil today. And so we are making an anointing oil for grounding. I'm just going to move my leather book over here. I'm going to move the dice over here. And I have the cat bowl with the ingredients. And so we're going to put the intentions into this anointing oil for grounding. And so one of the first things that I want to do is tell the olive oil, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this spell. Thank you for helping me ground and to stay rooted to my beliefs, to stay rooted to my words, to say what I mean and to mean what I say, to be rooted in my practices, to be rooted in doing the things that I say I'm going to do, that I desire to do, and that I feel comfortable speaking these things into existence, and that I know that I have the right and the power to be rooted and grounded in my fullness and in who I am as a person. Thank you for that. And now I'm going to take the marigold, and as I'm sprinkling the marigold into this oil. Now you can make as much as you want. I'm only making a little bit because I'm just using it for this. And then I'm just sprinkling on the marigold and watching it mix. And thanking the marigold for being a part of this anointing oil. And then helping me be like the mushroom that I'm about to put in here. Thank you, marigold. And then this is the hen of the woods. This is the mushroom that we're going to be using for this anointing oil. I'm just going to tear it into tiny pieces, and I'm going to remember about the life cycle of the mushroom and how it starts as tiny, tiny, tiny little spores. Those little spores have a purpose, even though you may not be able to see it to the naked eye. The spores have always been there. The spores have always known their purpose. Just like you. You may not know your purpose, but it's always been there. It may not be visual to you yet, or no one else may be able to see it yet, but it is there. Sometimes we just need to give ourselves time. Time to grow. Time to be nourished. Time to be. We're rushed so much because we think that we don't have a lot of time. But time is an illusion. Plus, who told you that your purpose will be completed in this lifetime? Maybe in this lifetime, your purpose is just to be, is just to grow, is just to spread. And so now I'm going to add in the hibiscus. That reminds me of the root chakra. And to help me with this grounding anointing oil. I'm going to add a little bit more because I really want the red to come out. I really want to see this deep, dark red when I mix this all together. And because it's just a small amount, I'm just going to mix it with my fingers. And I'm going to think about what you can see and the image that I put into this world and how I want to be perceived, how I want to be known. And then I'm going to think about connecting that and being grounded, not just to the earth, but to each other, to my support system, to my ancestors, to this earth, to all the other, to all the other systems, and that we are all working together, and to realize that I'm not alone. And so I'm going to be grounded in the truth. And the truth is that I'm not alone. And I just put a dot on my forehead to remind myself that this spirit, the universe, to always look beyond myself, to be grounded in the things that I say, to not forget where I came from and the people that were here before me. And I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom of my feet. For every single step that I take. I'm also not walking alone. And that is our anointing oil for today. And I'm going to go and I'm going to bring you closer so that I can see the messages. Boop. And so that I can talk with everyone that is here today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today on our dice game. Today we used Hen of the Woods. We used some hibiscus. We used oil. We used some marigold. And we created a grounding, anointing oil. Some people use their anointing oil every day. Some people use it once a week, once a month, when they feel led to. I try not to do things I do this every morning. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We do our mushroom and mysticism dice game where we let the dice lead us into creating potions and then putting our intentions in it and using it as a way to learn more about mushrooms and then more about some of my spiritual practices and how everything is just intertwined. My spiritual practices, I can't separate it from what I do as a business. I can't separate it from who I am as a person. My spirituality is a part of who I am, just like my humor is a part of who I am. Me nerding out on my special interests is a part of who I am. Me being a teacher is who I am. Me being a trickster is who I am. Me being a mom is who I am. Me being a big, fat, queer human is who I am. This is all of who I am. And during this mushroom and mysticism dice game, I get to be all of me in my fullness. You get to experience all of me in my fullness. And hopefully one day I will be able to experience all of you in your fullness. And so thank you. If you're just now joining, we are kind of wrapping things up, and we will do this again on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will create something with the guidance of the dice and see what kind of spell, potion, elixir, pouch we're going to create with different types of mushrooms. Today, again, we use the Hen of the Woods. Who knows what we're going to use next time? Again, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the gifts. I enjoy doing this. This is so much fun. Hopefully you learned a little bit about me. Hopefully you learned a little bit about mushrooms. Don't forget to tell everyone about this. Bring your friends to be part of the fun. And if you would like the resource sheet that tells you all of the mushrooms, all of the herbs, everything that we worked on today, slide into my DM and let me know. So much fun. And even about, yay! Slide into my DM and say, Tessa, I want that resource sheet. And I will give it to you, because even if you did not have the opportunity to play with me today, maybe you may want the opportunity to play with yourself later. And I mean what I say. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful, amazing, happy Halloween. And I will see you on Thursday. Bye. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye now.